morning, everyone. And I'm from Washington, D.C., so Your Highness, with all of your experience in peacemaking, I think we should invite you to Washington to help with our Congress, because we certainly need some peace there. Thank you very much all for the Art of Living and for inviting me here to join you today. I've had the privilege of working with so many great women leaders, most notably Hillary Clinton. And when we speak about leaders, women providing leadership in the world, what we realize is something that we don't often think about, and that is that some leaders are born women. And Hillary Clinton is certainly one of them, and on this panel and in the audience here today, we have so many others. And I think it behooves us to think about what is it that we as women need to do to step up to leadership. Because as the famous or the renowned Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel once said, we're not all guilty, but we are all responsible. We're all responsible to do what we can to step up to help improve the world. And so, I've observed Hillary over the years. I had, like I said, the fortune to work with her at the State Department on her campaign. And in the last 2 years, I've been working on trying to prepare for 2016. And noted that there are 4 things that I noted about her, and I wondered if you could comment on this. And that is, first of all, leaders have a vision. Hillary Clinton, 20 years ago, went to Beijing under very challenging circumstances, actually, to declare that women's rights are human rights and human rights are women's rights once and for all. And with that declaration, simple as it was, she set out a manifesto that so many of us in the last 20 years have stepped up to. So one was to have the vision. So we as women need to, sort of put forth a vision, whatever our vision is, and whatever element of the world, so whether it's the Be campaign or whatever other, The second thing is that leaders take risks. She didn't need to run for president when she ran for president. She was already a very accomplished woman. And of course, we all know that she didn't make it at that time, but when, leaders persist. Leaders adapt. She adapted when she became Secretary of State after she lost to President Obama, and he asked her. She did say no twice before she actually accepted, but in the end, she adapted and again demonstrated her leadership by stepping up to a very big role. And finally, and this is perhaps most important, is that leaders elevate others. It's not about elevating yourself. And if you're lucky enough to be the one who has the power and the influence, as you are, sir, to be able, I think that, one of the things I see here, why people surround you, embrace you, and follow you, is because you're elevating others. And I want to ask you now, because we're looking at a very difficult world, what can we all do? Not just what can the acknowledged leaders do, but each one of us is a leader in our lives. What can each one of us do to pursue our own vision and our own, elevating others in our own lives?
In fact, everyone pursues their own vision only. But if it is a shared vision, then everyone joins together. And then that's how a movement starts. And the shared vision, if you say, suppose, like Mahatma Gandhi, he gave a shared vision to everybody. Freedom. Nelson Mandela gave a shared vision. Martin Luther King gave a shared vision. And George Washington gave a shared vision to people. So I feel the leader should give the shared vision and then step back and allow people to move forward. Not ascertain one's leadership, and rather facilitate people to move forward and take responsibility, empower them in whatever area they would love to do. Like, society has a variety of people of various different tendencies. So some want to, we need to, a leader really need to encourage in whatever. Say someone comes up, I want to do solar lighting. Okay, go ahead. Someone comes up with an organic idea of how to make an organic farm. You say, okay, go ahead, do it, take leadership. So like women empowerment program, okay, say no to female feticide. This one project we took. We found a lot of success in that because people on the ground level, they felt empowered. Okay, this is my project, my mission. You know, a sense of belongingness with a vision. When that comes up, corruption goes away. See, you can be corrupt only with the people whom you think they don't belong to you. Sense of belongingness can move people together, I feel. Now here, coming back to that question, more women leaders, members in any corporate setup, I would say you need men here and there, a few men, otherwise women fight among themselves. The worst enemy of women is not men, mind you. Women themselves, they don't get along many places. It's not a generalized statement, but as an observation, what we found in many areas, because women have intense feelings, and one of the intense feelings comes with the letter J also. So especially I have seen this, J means jealousy. I didn't want to utter the word fully. So you find this sort of thing pulling women in different directions. So in small areas where there are women clubs, it functions very well for a little while, and then they split into several groups. So here again, we need to teach people, whether men or women, living in harmony in diversity. Learning to accept other person's point of view. And above all this, patience. When we lack patience, we will not be successful in any endeavor that we are on.
Thank you, Sushri.